Hey guys, it's Kat. I'm filming this right before I get in the shower, so ignore my appearance. I put on a little hat to protect you from my disheveled hair. I got some notes down for today in this gay as hell notebook, which is fitting because I want to talk to you about Byler. I'm a seasoned Byler shipper. I'm not one of those new gens who just saw season 5 and was like, wow, I think this might actually be something that will happen. I was in the season 4 community, analysing all the scenes, trying to prove some stuff. The reason why I'm a season 3 Byler shipper is because I hadn't watched the show until right before season 4 came out, so only season 1, 2 and 3 had been out. Then because when before season 4 came out, I was using my friend's brother's girlfriend's Netflix account, which I'd got a few months prior. So thank you to that person for letting me use their Netflix, because that's the only reason why I even watched the show. If I didn't, I probably wouldn't have watched it. All that is just to say that Byler means a lot to me. I've been a season shipper for a while. I've been in the trenches analysing the show for season 4 onwards. And I'm still in those trenches to this day. I'm on Byler Twitter right now, mainly, because season 5's coming out. So I always put my Twitter in the description of these videos. I do a bunch of stuff. I'm a multi-fandom, but I drift between being on the mainstream of different ones. These are my notes. I wrote them out in college today because I want to make this video. I've tried to film it before, but I just keep on ranting, so I just want to have some notes to keep me on track, which is already 2.5 minutes long, so I've got to speed this up. My first note is about how queer representationally is incredibly important, especially in our current political climate. As we know, a lot of queer shows get cancelled. A lot of queer characters are only queer because they're in a show about being queer. And the fact that the main character of the biggest TV show in the world, the entire planet right now, is queer, and the show isn't about him being queer, technically, especially considering queer people, trans people, they're getting their rights squashed right now. Everything is horrible. I trust me, I know. It is a really hard time to be present in right now, so having that representation on the screens where people can't escape it because it's such a big show. Everyone knows about it. They have collaborations with every big company out there, which I know we don't like companies, but everyone uses their products and stuff. The fact that Stranger Things has this queer character who hasn't been confirmed. It has been confirmed. Season 1, when Joyce goes to talk to Hopper, it was confirmed, basically. I mean, come on, guys. But the fact that he is such a main character and that they're not dumbing it down, making only one of the characters queer, having only MLM, because they have Robin and Vicky as well. It's so important. And showing the realistic portrayal of queer people, how they might have straight relationships in their lives, like Mike, is so important. And I'm hoping, I believe, that I'm not being queer-baited. The fact that it's not queer-bait is insane. As a class shipper, you often get queer-baited, and normally you just expect it to be queer-bait, but this isn't. My second note is, they mean so much to me that this is healing me. As we know, we've seen, which I'm very happy about. I'm shocked. I logged onto TikTok for the first time in ages. I was like, oh my god. Robin's monologue, speech to Will about accepting yourself and not being scared of who you truly are, has become a trend of queer people putting their childhood videos over the top of the speech. We can see from that this is healing a lot of people. It's being very again, queer representation being important. This is just extremely prevalent in this entire season, and all these people talking about it. Not only is it healing from that perspective, it's also healing to have this real queer character without queerbait and being shown that queer people can be powerful. Will's acceptance in itself is powerful. It allows him to be his true self, be how powerful he's always been. We've seen in season 2 when he makes the lights flicker when he's screaming. Will overcome such hardships. In season 1, he gets kidnapped by a fucking Demogorgon and taken to the Upside Down, and he survives for over a week. Existential threats from creatures from another realm of existence. For fuck's sake, he's the one who's experienced it the most out of all of them. And the fact that this queer character is so powerful, and that they show this power of acceptance within him, allows him to truly express who he is and protect the people he loves when he finally accepts that, is so incredibly powerful. And the fact that they show that these queer people can be powerful and it doesn't have to be about them being queer is insane. I wrote here, I'm not finishing these notes fully going into depth about them, because I could talk for hours. I don't want to keep you here for hours. So, but if you do want to talk to me about this for hours, again, go to my Twitter, DM me. I tweet about this shit constantly. You can just respond to them and I'll talk to you for ages about it. I wrote here, my next note is, the amount I cried is evidence of how much I care. Lol. The day Stranger Things dropped, I stayed up overnight. It dropped at 1 AM for me because I'm in the UK. I didn't sleep. I stayed up overnight. I watched it in one go. When I went to school, I'm telling you, people were asking me, why are your eyes so red? Are you okay? I kept on crying. Couldn't physically help myself. I just kept on sobbing because of how important this was and how well it was portrayed and how well the Duffer Brothers kind of executed it, and the writers and everyone, literally the entire team. Is so many people I can't like list them all on. They made it such a good representation, such a positive representation, while still being true to what Stranger Things is. Insane, weird fucking show dynamic, which is crazy to me. This show is so popular because it's about a bunch of weird fucking nerds playing D&D, fighting interdimensional creatures. Like, this feels like it should be a nerd show. I don't know how it became so mainstream, but it's inspired me an insane amount, more than anyone could ever know. It's made me want to whip out my D&D kit again, which I've planned so many campaigns, and every single time we do it, my friends bail out and they don't play with me, so I've still not played D&D. It was very much worth staying up overnight and kind of flunking my history exam that day. I just can't wait for people to realise what's been right in front of their eyes the whole time. Byler will be revolutionary and bring queer people back to the forefront of media. We shouldn't have to be explicit, but the fact that they are including this explicit character is revolutionary and bringing queer people to the forefront of the media that they have always been creating. We know throughout history queer people have been prevalent in all kinds of media. Horror as a genre itself is inherently queer, and people are finally going to see it. No one can escape this. So many people watch Stranger Things. If you don't watch, you're kind of out of the pop culture loops to Stranger Things, which I have mixed feelings about. The new Will Byers fans, I'm looking at you. If I see one more fucking edit that says you were an ugly child but you're a sexy man, whatever the fuck that audio is, which I love Sabrina Carpenter, but if I see any more of those, I'm gonna fucking plummet you to the ground. Look at these fakers. They probably didn't even know his name until today. I've got a bunch of Byler moments I've written. This is obviously isn't all of them because, dude, we were fed. Byler Nation was fed. I'm literally gonna throw up how much I've been force fed because it tasted good. They've got them as bullet points. I'm not gonna go into depth about them, but we have obviously the power activation of Will, where he has the MeWe flashback to the swing scene, which we've been waiting for those swings for ages. I remember when we were trying to think about what the painting was going to be in season 4 before it revealed, like, it was the dragon. We were like, it's going to be the MeWe swing scene, and it wasn't. But this was way better. But we got the power activation with the colour overlays. If you look at the power activation scene when Will's, like, on the ground, there's kind of, like, blue over the front of him, and when Mike's got the lights flashing behind him, which, dude, are you joking me? That's such like a love realization trope, but they have lights flashing behind them and then the person's in slow. You're joking. But Mike kind of has like a yellow glaze over him, which we know, yellow and blue, Mike and Will. I'll put the Byler slides in the description as well for you to go and read through if you don't know about all of this. They have like key moments you can click through to read through like the very prevalent things, like the most proven pieces of evidence that we think are probably most likely to be actually correlated to what's happening in the show. And then we have the flirting scene on the field, which Malevins, I'm sorry you lost. It was a Byler scene on the field, not Malevin. I'm so sorry for you. That also had kind of a colour overlay. When they were flirting, Will smiled, it cuts back to Mike, and the sky goes from like more blue to more yellow. Oh, Duffer Brothers, you never fail me. You never fail me. I love you. I love the bold one, I love the gay one, I love both of you. Also, there's a callback because when we're talking about signals from Robin, we know this, it's telling us to go back to previous scenes and look at them with a different like perspective of what's been happening. Because there are so many scenes where we've already been saying this, but now it's been explicitly said to us, basically from the Duffer Brothers, to go back and look at them and see them in this perspective, this like as signals. It recontextualizes all the past scenes in the entire series to what Bylers was seeing the whole time. I was thinking here, I don't think I've seen many people talking about this, but Mike's playing D&D again. Obviously, Mike wasn't doing that in season 3. He was being straight macho man with his girlfriend, making out all the time. In season 4, he kind of went back into that when Will and Elle moved away to California. He kind of came back into that D&D like state of mind. You got to be in that D&D state of mind. Came back into that state of mind, and then in season 5, Will and Elle are back. I'm a firm believer that Mike and Elle broke up in season 4, and they confirmed it during the 18-month break. Mike, what the fuck did you do, Gate? But I'm a firm believer that they've broken up, otherwise Will wouldn't be acting like this. He wouldn't be having hope that they could get together, etc, etc, etc to date. You know, even though they're both back, he is still playing D&D because he's accepting himself, and Mike is finally going to be his true self. His closet was broken by the fucking Demogorgon. Where's he gonna sleep? In the basement with Will? New sleepover. Oh my god, it's like season 2 again. I'm so happy. Then we got the water scene. Can't hold it in. Water coming out the pipes. They're trying to hold it together. They're rubbing their hands together. Like exactly parallels when Will dropped the Coke can outside the Robicky, like kissing makeout scene. Pretty obvious there. If you don't know what that is, go on Twitter. Talk to them about it. Comment on this video. I'll literally tell you. I'll explain it. I'll write a whole fucking paragraph for you if you don't. Can't hold in their feelings for each other anymore. The water's going absolutely fucking everywhere and there's nothing they can do to stop it. The dick glance where Robin's talking about Dick and they glance at each other. Kind of self-explanatory. Shared look right after Dick's mentioned, am I right? Mike used his Will voice again, which says, D20 theory correct? Question mark, question mark, question mark. We had a theory way back when that to defeat Vecna you need a D20, you need to roll a 20. And we were like, 8 is Carly, obviously. Then we got 11. L, Jane, 11, 8 plus 11 is 19, but we need a D20, where's the 1? We think it may be Henry Creel, or is that his name? I think it's Henry Creel. Henry Creel's number 1, obviously, but 1 is Vecna, so how is Vecna going to defeat Vecna unless it's inside his own mind and the mind player is controlling Vecna, but we don't know that yet, we're not entirely sure. We were theorising, because a lot of people have always believed that Will had powers, myself included. Guys, I'm goated. My mind. We were like, oh, Will's connected to Vecna, the mind player, all of them, obviously. What if Will is connected to number 1 and he is the number 1? Then in season 5, his powers get activated when he's like protecting Mike or something, which was crazy we predicted that, but then he's the number 1 that you add to the 19 to defeat Vecna. Feeling that theory is correct, considering that we've seen Carly. So we have Carly, we have Elle, we have Will. D20 theory, is it correct? I think so. I think he's dead because Harry Potter was the Horcrux and he died to defeat Voldemort. But then he came back to life. I think it's going to be a Will thing. Maybe he loses his eye. Right eye. For you, this looks like my right, but it's mirrored. Maybe? I don't know. Does it unmirror it when I... His right eye. Maybe he loses his right eye when he dies and comes back to life like a Horcrux, like Harry Potter, because the amount of fucking Harry Potter parallels in this show. In D&D, you need to like lose your eye to see through Vecna or something. I've forgotten exactly what it was, because maybe I am an encyclopedia of Byler knowledge, but maybe not everything. It's 21 minutes now, so I'm gonna cut this off, but D20 theory is correct, guys, and he's gonna die and come back to life, and none of you deserve Will, because you're all fake. I've just only started liking Will in season 5. Are fucking weird. I don't like any of you. Come find me on Twitter. You can DM me. You can respond to my tweets. We can be friends, okay? I only have like 600 followers on there, and only like 10 of them like my tweets. So join the Spore Spaces. Goodbye.